Hey you guys, how you doing? So, I am getting ready to go to bed really soon, but for those of you guys who came out earlier to celebrate with me, my internet just left me for no apparent reason. And so, I actually was not done. And I just needed to get on here and finish up because the way my life is set up is really, I just dropped my phone on the floor and I'm trying to pick it up with my foot. But I'm tired because I usually get in a long day. I get up really early in the morning and I don't get a chance to really have a nap, but it's going to be okay. Um, I wanted to make sure that at each time that I go live for my celebration, that I actually do a channel shout out. And I didn't get a chance to do that earlier. I had a lot of stuff going on this day. And so, including a random outage on my internet. So, right in the middle of my live, like my daughter came running down the stairs to say the internet was out. And like when the internet goes out in your house, it's like major, especially if like you in the middle of a live and you like at a really good point of the live. So I just wanted to make sure that even if I'm the only one talking on here, that I just dropped my phone. Sorry. Um, I get a chance to say what I needed to say now versus being cut off later. Hey, hi Noni May Crochet. I wasn't quite sure what kind of response I would get by being on this late at night because I know that for me, 8:44 in the West Coast is late because I'm an early riser, and so I usually go to bed really early every night. But tonight I decided to get on and kind of finish up what I had planned on doing earlier. So let me make sure my. But thank you for coming in. I really appreciate that. Um, I like to get my garden goals in here. This is my green room that I got to set up. There we go. My garden goals, even though I'm not going to be talking about garden at all, at all, at all. And you could see like the sleep all over my face. Um, I know that there's some people that are up all across the world, like right now. So even if you don't get a chance to catch the real play, you can catch the replay. So thank you for coming. I appreciate that. And so, what I wanted to say is, you know, a lot of people like to get out here and when they're celebrating, and I'm not talking about YouTube, I'm talking about people like in general. They don't always remember like what got them across that road, like what fueled them or what they used as a coping mechanism to get them where they are. And I just wanted to say that I have, over the course of my whole being on YouTube, like faithfully speaking and even becoming like a content creator, we all need like this motivation, right? And so I just wanted to take time at every milestone to kind of share with everybody what I use. And of course, I've always used things close by me to get me through. But I just want to tell you guys that there's support even here on YouTube. There's channels that are on here that can support you in your mission to be successful if you view them the right way. And hi, Citizen Man. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me in on this live. And as I get a bit closer to my 1K, because right now I'm at the halfway mark, I just want to make sure that I'm getting, my watch time hours and those things in. But I don't just want it to be time out there spent with the birds singing, even though I really thoroughly enjoy that. Y'all don't know. I played that back on my own the other night. I was going through my own playlist, and I have a playlist that's just set up for the garden sunrise, and I enjoy stuff like that. So, um, but I just wanted to make sure that I tell you guys that, like, being successful in what you do is not a whole secret. Like, I don't mind once I learn something to share it with you. And so I wanted to make sure that I did a channel shout out because somebody somewhere in another life shouted these people out so that I could hear. And I don't remember. I don't remember how I met them, but I did. And it is really proving to be an awesome and amazing journey for me. Like I look for them. I look for these particular channels. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Like plus, like halfway plus, right? So I look for these channels on a daily basis. And some of you guys might know exactly who these channels are when I shout them out, but I want to make sure that somebody else who comes along who's maybe struggling or who maybe needs that additional support might need that same type support like that I need on a daily basis to get them through, let's just say, you know, I can do this, you can do this, we can all do this together type support. You know what I mean? So, um, also, another thing that I wanted to do today, I know that is kind of late, but I wanted to kind of help you guys if you're having some trouble with content and kind of setting goals. Just like setting goals, like setting milestone goals. So, like I already told myself that the goals that I wanted to hit at 100, let's just say that I would do my first live at 100, and that at 300 that I would do something else, or at 500 that I would incorporate something else. So like the bigger my audience gets or the bigger my subscribers gets, that I would share what I know and share what I've been learning along the way. Like I do with gardening. Like I don't know everything, but as I learn it, it's not a secret. Like there's no secret to success, and like the people that keep those things like to themselves, I think are very selfish. But there are some people out here that are willing to share, and they're willing to share what they know and what has helped them to get where they are, like on that level of the day. And so that's what I wanted to make sure that I do. Like, if I know that there's some secret to living a healthier life, I do that. And I do that like every morning, like really early. And that's why I have right here, it says late nights and early mornings, because until I get from a place to a place, I'm going to be sharing with you guys very early in the morning and late at night. It's it's probably much later where you guys are versus where I am. So I'm right at almost 9 o'clock in the evening. So I don't know where are you at, Citizen Man and Noni May? Where are you? If you don't mind the audience participation, if you're still here, just share what time you are, and if you can, I know it's late, um, but if you could spell it out in the chat, I would appreciate it, because no matter what, whether I'm early in the morning or I'm late at night, we still gotta follow the guidelines and we still gotta follow the rules. So, um, you are in Orlando, Florida, and it's 11:52. So I appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate you, listening or supporting, because I know it's late over there. So it to me, I'm telling you, like 8:52 is late for me as well. It's like you probably could see it in my eyes, but I feel like this is so necessary, um, because we need to support each other. Like it takes, and I said this earlier. I believe it takes a whole village to really move. And some people might not appreciate that, but for those of us who do, I'm a vampire, don't worry. I appreciate that because there used to be a time when I couldn't sleep at night. And the whole, and okay, so I, I, oh God, what did I do? Hold on, you guys. I, okay, so I think that what you just said is very medicinal, and I wouldn't use it um, recreationally speaking. And I really believe that the people who do use it recreationally speaking don't know that they might need it medicinally speaking. So I'm not going to say it because this might be shared out. And I know who my audience is, and I'm not going to say it out loud, but I see what you're saying. I like my coffee green. I understand completely. And I will tell you that there was a period of time when I did use it medicinally speaking, and it got me from a period to a period. But that's not what this is about. So, when I say that you might need some additional support, that is not what I'm talking about, citizen man. And if you're using it the correct way, you should not be a vampire in the night because it helped me sleep and it helped me get through my grieving process. So, you ain't no vampire in the night if you using that properly. Yeah, people overuse it and they do abuse it. So, um, back to why I'm on here. I hold on, let me process that. I gotta get through my breathing. Y'all know that I breathe through things, and I know that a lot of times people will take you from a place to a place, and that's good. But sometimes it's not from a good place. It's not to a good place, but it's to a place that's you don't want to go. And so, because I want my channel to be child friendly, I'm not gonna go there. And so, um, let's keep it good. Be good. So like I was saying, I want to talk about goal setting. And that's okay. That's okay. I believe that we've all had our experiences, and it's okay. I just think it's okay. Who am I? I can't criticize you for nothing. I'm just on here trying to get my watch hours. And it's okay that you are okay with that. Because I'm okay with you being okay with that. So back to goal setting, because that's not goal setting. Can you hear me okay? By the way? So I will tell you the truth. And I'm okay with you doing that because that's what you came for. Um, but I have goals and I have a reason why I came on here. So back to that. So like I was saying, if you set goals for yourself, plant-based homestead prepper, welcome to the live. Audio is great. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it. Um, back to goal setting. So, one of the things that I do, and I always have my notebook on hand, I always have, a notebook, and I don't know if you can see this, but let's see. Can you see that okay? Maybe, well, I'll tell you. It says, My grace is all you need. So I like to get these notebooks that kind of talk about um, something that's encouraging to me. Audio is good. Okay, good. I'm happy to hear that. Okay. So keeping, because I used to be the kind of person where when I didn't have so much to do, that my goals were up here. But I will tell you that my dad and let me see, my dad and my grandmother, and before my mom died, she had a notebook as well. And it will keep you in line. It will keep you accountable for when life gets hectic, that you can kind of go back to things and you can kind of say, okay, I set this goal, I set that goal. And I can kind of go back to my notebook and I can say, well, this is what I set this up for. And I can stick to this. And so at the end of the year, and I'm hoping that you guys will stick to me on this little journey here because I think it's really important. But at the end of the year, I want to do something very similar to what I'm about to start talking about every night, which is goal setting, and then coming back to it at the end of the year, every year, and looking through all your notes and seeing if you kind of touched upon those goals for the year. And so that's what I do in everything. I just started doing that for my garden because when I got a bill that was way over what I anticipated, I had to reevaluate some things. And so I've been doing this all along in my life, just kind of setting goals for myself. So as I am ready to cross the 1K goal in subscribers, I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting why I started. That I'm not just reaching for subscribers, but I'm reaching for some substance to provide to the subscribers, which comes in the form on this platform of content. I hope that makes sense. But um so now that I have the audience, I want to make sure that I have something that the audience will stick around for, which is content. I think of goal setting as time travel. I travel to the future and see myself where I want to be and come back to the present and start working in that direction. Now, that is so beautiful. Those are the kind of things that I like to hear, Citizen Man, because that's what I think of it as. So, when you start to set goals for yourself that are not far reaching, that are attainable goals, because there was a period of time when I set goals for myself, but they were such grandiose, out of touch, out of reality goals that I started to set myself up for failure, if you know what I mean. So when I think of myself as a new gardener, and when I think of myself as a mother, and when I think of myself as a person who has a channel with almost 1,000 subscribers, I want to think of myself as a this kind of a person that is really responsible in providing the content that's needed to keep those subscribers. Like, you know what I mean? Whole 80, hi, welcome to the chat. Um, I'm going to bed in a few minutes, but I wanted to stop by and say hi. I hope to catch you again another time. Wishing you and everyone here a good night and start to Friday. Goals. Oh, thank you so much for coming by and supporting. I really appreciate that. I I have to watch myself because I'll be skipping. I'll be like, okay. And I replay all of my lives and I replay all of my content just because I want to make sure that I sound like I'm at least on point to myself and that I'm making sense because I have these grandiose ideas that sometimes sounds grandiose but are practical and I have to check myself at the end of the year. And I do it every year. Every year, I look at all my journals and what I've wrote in them, and I look to see if I've met those goals. The ones that I met, I cross off. And unless they're reoccurring goals that I need to make sure I rewrite again. But the other ones, um, I cross off and it's a done deal. Like you can only make 500 subscribers once, I think, unless you start another channel. So those are goals that I don't have to revisit anymore. And let me see what you guys are saying. Goals are never too grandiose, dream big. Mm. So I think that you are right when you say that. But my ultimate, let's just say, my ultimate goal for me having a garden is to make sure that I bring food from the garden to the table. Now, trying to do that in the summertime when I'm a beginner is a grandiose idea. So when I say that you might need to split your goals up, like some goals are future goals and some goals are right now goals and some goals are goals that you know you might have to set for the year versus the future goal. Like my future goal, I'm not going to say it right now, but it's pretty grandiose. And I know that I'm not going to do it like, let's say, tomorrow. Hey, good evening. Lauren's Life. Hi. Welcome to this late night chat. Um, J Dog One Party RE. What's up? J Dog in the house. I had to say that because, I mean, I know where that came from. But, I mean, went to church Halloween party and did my NS in sync bye bye dance. People loved it. Okay, so there is a, a, a goal that you set for yourself. You got through it and people enjoyed it. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying that is amazing because you set that goal for yourself. You got through it. And that nervousness that we feel like, let's just say you want to go live and you setting that up for as a goal, right? And you're nervous about it, but you get through it and people enjoy it. So, you know, I'm just saying, let's say, aim for the moon and you are bound to hit the stars. And that is so awesome to say. I think that is so awesome to say, Citizen Man. You aim for it and you use you aim for I think that like you aim for grandiose ideas, but you build stepping stones to get there. How about that? Is that okay? You build, like, you can't jump into those grandiose ideas. Like I thought that I could just plant some seeds in like a couple of months I'd have a whole table full of produce. And that was just not okay. It was just not okay. Like I didn't think that me being a content creator on YouTube would take so much planning. But here I am. I did not think that, I don't know what I was thinking, but I know that I'm here right now. And I know that getting through these setting these goals is helping me to achieve the bigger picture a little bit quicker. Aim for the sky and you will jump higher than you thought you could. And I believe that's true as well. I really do. I believe that as long as you aiming for something, no matter what it is, that is totally attainable. But I'm also a praying woman too. And so I believe that if you're praying for what you want to achieve, that as long as you are working, your goal setting is working toward that goal, that you can achieve it as well. So Rose Zaraga, welcome to the live. Welcome. I want to make sure that I come across as a person who is setting these goals, achieving them, as you can see that achieving goals are not just hitting numbers, but like what is goal setting to you? This is an audience participation. If it's not too late and you're not in the dark room with your phone, being the light on, but you are in a place where you can type safely and not driving. So, like, what is, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed and tired, but I'm going to get through this, okay? So, like, what is goal setting to you and what is grandiose ideas to you? Because it's like, I have my own ideas, and my own ideas aren't going to be in sync with what your own ideas are going to be. So I don't want people to think that Tisa's way is the only way, because it's not. Everybody has their gift, and I keep talking about that gift, and I keep talking about you understanding and knowing what your gift is. And most of the time, having a gift is not something that you got to constantly keep chasing, but it kind of comes effortlessly, even though you might have to hurdle a few things along the way and a few people along the way. You might have some hurdles, or you will have some hurdles, because things are not going to be handed to you on a silver platter, not even for people that you think might have it all or are doing it all. They're not handed to you. Like, I'm not just sitting around, um, and people and ideas are flowing. I have to brainstorm, and I have to go into this brain of mine and say, well, you know what? Because I'm living my entire life like right now, but I have to make decisions on what am I gonna record today? What am I gonna, I have to cook for my family every day, even though I haven't been. I've been making meals, and then I've been just kind of splitting them up. And like, I cooked the black beans the other day. I split those up because I made enough that we're not going to eat all those black beans in one night. We're not going to eat all the chili in one night. So I split that up, and that was a plan. Because later on, when I completely do not feel like cooking, I'm going to drag those black beans out the freezer and fix them in a whole different way that I made up the first time. Like, before, we just ate the chili and we had cornbread and rice with it. But the next time I fix those black beans, they might be in a salsa, and it might just be, a totally different way. But that's how my mindset is. I do things differently. Hi, container crops. Welcome to this late nights. I got late nights and early mornings because for a long, long, long time, I could not sleep at night. And so I would be up on my Instagram and my Facebook late nights and early mornings, and that's what I tagged it at. And all my stuff is based on some kind of a song, but I don't use the total lyrics. So I don't know if you guys have heard of that song, Late Nights and Early Mornings, but I'm not going to go into it. But because that's what my whole life has consisted of, that's what I decided to tag on my thing. But I am talking to people about goal setting and how that could tie into content creating. So I just dropped my whole notebook on the floor. So if I go to reach down in a moment, that is what I'll be doing. Oh boy, that's my sister. Plotting and planning, I have to. It's like, do you know that already we're going to be in November? And if I hadn't plotted and planned this month out, it would be gone without any goals being achieved. I can't live like that. So I'm just saying, Des and Trell, welcome to the live. Welcome to this late night stream. Ooh, that sounded good. Like, welcome to this late night stream. Not sleeping. No, not sleeping. No, I am not sleeping. I'm sure that if I went in there and laid down on the bed, right, like right now, the ideas would start flowing out of my brain, because that's how my mind works. I don't, I'm gonna, when I do get to sleep, I'm gonna sleep really good. I already know that, and I can already feel it, and you could probably see it, but not tonight, because tonight I got some stuff. I got some stuff that I need to say. My notebook just fell down here on the floor, and I need to reach for it. But hold on. Uh, all right, I got it. So yeah, hey sis, you were about the coffee. It's bedtime for me. Okay, have a good night, and I really appreciate you because you were like the one that I was talking to when I wasn't talking to myself. So I'm okay with that, and I appreciate you stopping in. Come back tomorrow, because tomorrow there's gonna be something else. And if I didn't have my notebook and topics to discuss, we would just be talking about any old thing. So I don't plan to much as far as YouTube goes. So like my whole life is a plan, and um, I found out that like if I didn't do what I'm doing right now, that the days and the weeks and the hours would roll on by, and I wouldn't have much accomplished. But I'm telling you that it works because I've done quite a few things, and I don't always share everything, but as time goes by, I might. Um, but I was able to buy, I'll start with this one because I'm not ashamed to admit it, but I bought like a whole house, and it took me some time, but I wrote everything out, and I was able to get that done. And it took me a year. It took me 4 years to make sure that my credit and everything was okay. And then it took me about a year to find a house and buy a house and move into a house. So it works for me. And so that's why I'm trying to kind of share it. And of course, prayer and all that stuff. I enjoyed the stream. I will be there. See you tomorrow. Peace and love, chat. And thank you. Like I said, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you being here. And even if I'm the only one talking, which container crops, I appreciate you being here. I'm still gonna be here, and y'all could catch it. I mean, everybody who's not up could just kind of catch this on a replay. But I'm gonna be here to just kind of shout out some of the people because I don't know if you were there earlier, but my whole and that's the thing when you live in the state of California, you don't ever know what's gonna give out. You just really don't. Like I thought it was the electricity at first that went out because I'm so used to that, but it was the internet. My whole internet just went out, and so I had to come back on with my using my cell phone. And I was fortunate enough that I had it charged up because normally I don't. I just get up and say what I want. I want this. I want that, and then just set my mind there. That's awesome. I plan regular life, but YouTube. Um, so that's good and everything. But people like me, and I say that because I have to be like that. I can't just roll out and say, I got too many things going on right now. And I could just be on here just saying what y'all want to talk about. You know, I could just be on here. And I mean, I can't plan out everything so tightly in my entire life because things change. Like I try to do that with the garden, and it wasn't having it. The garden wasn't having it. Like the wind came and tore up some stuff, and I try to do that. And one of the things that you will learn that even if you are a planner, you can't plan out everything because that's just not how life goes. Money Man 2287 YT, welcome to the live. And I'm just talking about how I plan stuff. I'm just really talking about having a journal and just kind of writing things out. And, I'm really glad that my mom and dad and my grandmother taught me to do that. When my mother passed, she left her journal, and it was just a journal of all her bills. So I was really able to understand, and I do that now. I do that like right now and paying my bills and stuff. I look at them because my grandmother did that when I was little. Like she couldn't see that good. And so, like, I was her ears. Well, not so much her ears because she could hear real good, but she couldn't see that good and her writing skills wasn't that great. So, like, I would write down all of her bills in order. And then um, she had this checkbook and I had to fill out like her checks and stuff at 9. So I learned really early how to be responsible financially speaking. And even though I learned early how to do that, I didn't always do it until I felt like, okay, so I really need to use this in my life. Like it's important because now, you know, um, to be responsible or partly responsible for providing for a whole family on my own. And now I just apply it to YouTube. So it's not something that I just use exclusively for YouTube. It's just something that I kind of like do in life. Excuse me. It's just something that I. Ooh, you are not seeing that. You are not seeing that big yawn. And so it's just something that I just kind of use just in life in general. Uh, Marlon Music Channel, welcome to the live. Hello, everyone. Hello, Green Organic Love. I just wanted to hit that thumbs up for you before I go to sleep. Have a blessed night. And I appreciate that. If you are here, it looks like there are 13, or I'm sorry, not 13, 3 people. And if you could hit the like button for the live, I would definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes, we say it. Yeah. So, gotta say that. You saw that? Did you see that? Did you see that, Big Young? So, I'm not gonna be on here too much longer, but there is some stuff that, like I said, I was trying to do my live earlier, and you know, time and life came by and cut me off. I was like, was I? Maybe I wasn't supposed to say that. Maybe that was a sign that I need to get off of here. But it came back on. It came back on, and here's my opportunity to share some of the stuff that I know. So I'm just saying, if you are having some issues with content and you're having some issues with goal setting, and you also need to get some watch hours, this could be it for you. um, I'm headed to bed. Just needed to make sure I stayed in 15 minutes for the time. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for coming in and staying the 15 minutes. I appreciate it. Thank you. And so I'm going to get this out one way or another. So, like I was saying too, I appreciate everybody that is stopping in. And I so appreciate everyone that will be watching the replay. Um, to like, comment, and if you're not a subscriber, to please do so because I got goals. Um, and I'm sure you have goals too. And if you're trying to reach them, just understand that. Okay, see you tomorrow. Addict Mike, welcome to the live. Um, Thank you for coming. So it might just be me and you, and then again, if it's not, that's gonna be okay because the goal that I have set is to get what I got to say out of me. Um, and I'm not sure that sounded right, but it's late nights and early mornings. Yeah. How are you? I am very sleepy, but sometimes when the goals that you have set are um, that you are something that you want to meet, and you have something to say, it outweighs. And I got some time to sleep. I know that it's a little bit later for you guys where you are, but I'm here in California, and I'm here in California, and it's only 9:22. And although it's like late in the midnight hour for me, even at 9:22, I'm still gonna be up. Um, Mike, I do sleep. Yes, I do. I do. I really do get some sleep. And as soon as I get off of here, I know that my children are sleeping, and I know that you know, there is a bed waiting. Hi, Green Organic Love. I was loved for an hour and 40 minutes, a new record. You was live. You were. I did. You know what? I didn't see that you were live. My notifications really suck right now. Let me see. Did I drop my phone on the floor again? Hold on. Let me get my phone so I can make sure that my, because I didn't see. I saw a lot of people going live, but I didn't see that you had went live. You was live for a whole hour and 40. That's good. Just Jackie, welcome to the live. Thank you for coming in. I'm talking about goal setting, and I believe that when you set goals, you will definitely be more likely to succeed than versus not goal setting. Some people are able to set mental goals and achieve them, but I'm a journal writer. I love writing down my goals and revisiting them at the end of the year, and then setting new goals before we cross the beginning of the new year, and and then just taking some time at the beginning of the year to meditate, having downtime, like coming off of everything. So that's what I'll be doing. So I'm doing my best to get it all in before the last week of the year and the new week of the beginning of the year, because I'm not gonna be on at all. And so I shouldn't probably say that because I know the way I'm set up. But I'm doing my best to make sure that at least I have everything in order before that time comes around. Because it is already going to be November. It is already going to be November on Friday. And I'll be already going to start a new 7-day fast for the month of November. So I have my water. It's right here. That was so refreshing. But let me see what y'all are saying because my notifications are coming up. Yeah, it's already going to be November. So I want to take a few minutes, and I don't know if you guys know about these channels that I am going to be shouting out, but I want to take some time to shout out a few channels that have really been instrumental in helping me achieve my goals. And if you guys know of some channels as well, feel free to drop them in the chat. Not the link, but just the name of the channel. But so far for me, these are the channels, and get your notebooks out because I'm not going to be dropping the links. It's just too late. And my mind is not set up for that right now. Look, my mind is not set up for that right now. But get your notebooks out because I shared you out on the community tab. Thank you so much. Good night. Thank you so much, Marlin Music Channel. I really appreciate that. Um, so, the first channel that I really want to shout out because I really, really think that she set the standard in my YouTube experience as a content creator is the Backyard Gardener. I was in her lives, and she really told me, and not just me, because I believe when I go somewhere that there's nobody else but me there, and everything just, even though I know that there's like a whole room full of people, sometimes the things that we pick up on are the things that we really need to hear in our own lives. So I've always been such an attentive listener that it just sounds like when somebody is teaching, that it's just me and them. And I take mental notes as well as physical notes. And so I just wanted to say that she has a live that she does every Monday. And if you don't already have her, you might see her in some of my lives. But if you don't already have her, just make sure you get to her, because every Monday, and I'm not sure about exactly what time it is, but every Monday she does a live, and it really is very informative. It's like she's up to date on the latest information that YouTube has, and she also does some shout outs. So, and like I said, she helped me to kind of network, to be out there on YouTube, to kind of network with others, so that I'm not limiting myself to just, like, let's say, gardeners. So yeah, let me see. I just dropped my phone again. You guys be patient with me, because normally I would be asleep right now. So I dropped my phone and I don't see where it went. Okay, I got it. Sorry about that. Hold on. So, so make sure y'all get Backyard Gardener, because like I said, she really helped me as a new content creator to help learn some things. And then, like, the next person, let me see. I want to make sure that I'm writing these down. Um, so the next person that I really want to talk about is Carter's Eats, because she goes live Monday through Friday and sometimes on the weekends. But there's a lot of us in there that she helps to motivate. Like, we celebrate each other. Backyard Gardener. We celebrate each other, and we celebrate each other's accomplishments as content creators. So make sure that you um, are getting her, because I really appreciate that channel. I really appreciate the energy that comes from that channel, and I really appreciate that um, there is an overall appreciation as like a village. Like, there's a nurture that you will see going on there, and a celebration of everybody's accomplishments. So I want to make sure that, and I hope you guys are taking these mental notes, because um, I'm serious when I say these channels, because you won't probably hear me talk about a whole lot of other channels unless you're here in my life. Um, Unless I learn something from somebody in the gardening community, of my gardening or my cooking. And 9 times out of 10, I don't usually talk during my cooking videos. So I just like to see what's going on, and like to see just the recipe dropped. But who's that? So yeah. Yeah, I love Carter's Eats. I met you there. Yep. So I love that. I love that channel, because her energy is just so contagious. That is crazy. So I got that one, and then I got that one. And then another channel that I want to talk about is Chef and More. Um, Chef and More's channel is just rich. It's really rich in that she shares with you the latest on what's going on with YouTube, and like, that's where I learned, like, my chat rules, like how to really um my YouTube rules, you know. So even though I learned that on the other channels, like, I'm focused. Like, everybody comes with their own energy, right? Like everybody comes with their own content and their own personality and how to bring um, information to you. And so I think that's my son up. But everybody brings a certain amount of energy to you and how you learn. Like for me, for example, I learn in many ways. Um, but I really appreciate Chef and more because she is like very strict in what she says, but she can laugh and joke with you. So she's like this parent that's telling you, and you can't do this and you can't do that. But, you know, I like that in a person and I like that in a teacher. So make sure you guys grab Chef and more. And somebody else, I think this is where I met you at, Mike. I met you in Sugar Love's live stream, and I do have her on the list. And so if you haven't got Sugar Love, she is talking about some very serious issues going on in the community, as well as she has her love train, and she also does channel shoutouts. So if you don't have Sugar Love, that is also another amazing channel to help support with the latest information that's going on in YouTube world. And so she's a very good channel to also have. Vern's Junk Closet is also a very, 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 very good channel to have because she talks about a lot of serious issues that are going on, not just in YouTube, but that are going on like with your credit, with your financial, with just things. Like I really want to get her because I love her personality. Like she comes with facts. Like she comes with like you'll see her if you've ever been in her live, come with her paperwork and her energy is everything. You know, when you come to um her channel, you are celebrated, and that's one of the things that will keep me coming back. Like I feel like um I go where I'm celebrated. And if I come into a room or if I go to a home and I feel like I'm not acknowledged or I'm not celebrated, then goodbye. And so Vern, Vern's junk closet, she does that. She she be like, let's get it, let's get it, let's go. You know, her thing, and I like that. And another thing, you know, is like I said, you go to places where you feel welcome. And I feel like that when I go to her lives. So if you don't have Vern's Junk Closet, please get her and Chef and More. And another one that I just discovered is Flower Glamorous. I don't know if you guys have been there, but I really enjoy the fact that she prays for people. I really like the spirituality and the genuine concern that she has for people. Um, because even though I try to display this certain amount of strength in my entire life, um, things bother me. And having this praying person that has a real genuine concern for people kind of touches me, you know. And so um, I really believe that I've heard her say stuff like to pray for each other, and I've heard her say stuff like, you know, talk about real issues and praying for other YouTubers, and that kind of attitude just really has me feeling some type of a way about her. And so I really believe that the combination of the people that I mentioned um, will help you grow as a content creator. And it might help you grow just as a person who is genuine about networking and building your brand, but not just that, having a genuine um, support system that'll help you get through your YouTube experience. So that's what I wanted to say earlier in my live when my internet was completely interrupted. And if you guys ever have people that I haven't mentioned that you think would be healthful, I like to say healthful because everything for me centers around health and at least having the mindset that I need to be nurtured, and then I need to, in turn, use that nurturing that I'm getting for myself to help somebody else. So I hope that everything that I've said has been valuable. And welcome to the live, Melanie. If you don't have Melanie, the moderator, she is an awesome moderator and knows um, everything there is to know about being a moderator. So um, she said, "Good morning. What time is it? Is it morning where you are?" Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I really appreciate you guys for hanging out with me and listening to what I've had to say because, oh, the next time, like tomorrow, I'll be talking about playlists. So, um, if you want to take a look at my playlist and just kind of see how I've got it all organized, like my journal, um, it might be a little bit easier when someone takes a look at your playlist to play it. And I'm just saying, I mean, not that the way you have it all set up is not okay, but um, I just think that it's easier for me to play a playlist that's organized. I will be taking a look. Yes, I got 5 hour playlists instead of 20. And every time I look at a playlist, I look at it like that's my entire day when it's set up in a 20-hour playlist. But when I think about like a 2 hour, a 5 hour playlist, um, I'm not as intimidated. So we'll talk about that tomorrow because I'm going to be up again tomorrow at this hour um, until I get where I need to be or until I've given out as much information as I feel will um, help the next person. So I might, who knows, I might be up like this every night until, whenever. Because the more you go with things, you will find the more you get to know how things work. And the more likely I am, because I share stuff. I don't mind sharing it. There ain't no secret. I will be taking a look. I already read that. It was lovely. Thank you so much for coming, Jackie. I really appreciate it. I appreciate any and every support that I get, and I want you all to know that. Um, I'm gonna go see who's stirring around up in my house right now because everybody is supposed to be asleep late in this midnight hour. But make sure, if you possibly can, that you hit the like button for me because it's important. But that's going to be my hour, you guys, for the night. And stay well and find a stress free zone that you can get in touch with. And I am signing out for the night. And I will see you early tomorrow morning for the juicing experience. Good night. And